more pics for this episode. Some funny and cool motorcyclettes. And this one is pretty fucking cool for sure. It's a biker version of those preserved human cadavers that did the art circuit a few years ago. Remember those? Body World? But my question is, why isn't the babe in the bikini sitting on the bike? I'm sure that guy would want her to sit on his bone. Is it too hard or something? Shit, when he starts the engine, it also vibrates. Yeah, good times. Good times. Anyway, here's a second pic of a true hippie's bike. If you're going to go on a trip, this is the bike to do it on. Because it's trippy. It would be a big acid tap driving by you. And this next one would be a big munchie driving past you. Now, this is obviously not a real bike, unless you're a stoner, of course. Motorcycle munchies. Okay, I'm back. And Daryl is much back, too.
I like big butts and I cannot lie. You other
Just get back to the pictures already.
Yes, ma'am. Here's a pic of Daryl's bike, because children should not be seen or heard.
Yeah, what about stoners then?
Well, they probably should be stoned and not jailed then.
It'd be pretty hard to catch a person riding this bike.
Yeah, especially if the cop is stoned. But hey, that never happens, right? But this next picture does happen. Right about now, actually. Here's a pic of a really nice chopper. No, not that kind of chopper. A low-rider, forked-out motorcycle. Fucking stupid video editors, eh? That's better. Hey, wait a minute. This bike doesn't even have an engine. It's a fucking pedal bike. Sweet. Maybe they can pedal the bike week or something. A bit slow on the highway, though. And, of course, we're a bit slow, too. Ending the segment, that is. So, I was watching a show called The Real World the other day, which is just a bunch of people thrown into one house together, sort of like Big Brother. But what happened was that a couple of the guys were drunk while sitting on some stair railings. And one guy pushes the other one off while fucking around, and the other guy drops at least 6 to 10 feet to the concrete and hits his head. So what does everyone do? They stand around going, "Is he okay? Are you okay?" Meanwhile, the guy is like moaning away and is obviously, he ain't okay. So 10 minutes later, they move him to a bedroom and call 911. Fire trucks show up first, of course, as usual, and they proceed to collar and board him. In other words, they made sure they didn't twist his spine and possibly do more damage. That's why they do that.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
Well, I hate to say this, but moving him to the bedroom would have already done damage if any could be done. So in light of their total fuck-up, here's a major tip for handling emergencies. And we may include others later too. Now, I may not be a doctor, but I did pass an ambulance course, and I was an emergency courier too. Anyway, so when it comes to emergencies, I know what I'm talking about. And the first thing I gotta say is that if someone falls from any decent height and is unable to immediately get up, do not move that person and call 911 immediately. And even sometimes when they can get up, you want to be careful. If you even suspect they may have hit their heads hard or their necks or backs, as long as they are actually breathing on their own or in no immediate danger or anything, do not move them at all. Do not let them move even if they want to, if you can't prevent it whatsoever. If a vertebrae or the spinal cord is damaged at all, moving the person may just make things 1,000 times worse. Or you could possibly even kill them on the spot if moving them severs their spinal cord.
I think he broke his fucking neck.
I told you I broke his fucking neck.
I think he broke his fucking neck.
I showed up in an accident once on the way to the ambulance course. It was close to the school, so a nursing student showed up first. And as I'm approaching the car, I see the nursing student inside the car with a woman that was now laying on the car seat. So what do I see the nurse do? She grabs the woman by the arm and yanks her up into the sitting position. Her head just flopped from side to side for a second when she was yanked. just cringed. That nursing student could have easily paralyzed that woman for life, or possibly even killed her. So I can't say this enough, people. If you come across someone unconscious or see someone hit their head, neck, or back really hard,
Come on and rescue me. Come on, baby, and rescue me. Come on, baby, and rescue me. 'Cause I need you by my side.
don't move them and tell them not to move. If they're unconscious, do definitely make sure they are breathing though. Because breathing is actually more important than being paralyzed. As long as they are breathing or in no immediate danger of anything else, do not move them and call for help.
Can't take us down. We're talking about serious, wild, naked titties on the beach down there. Will you forget about titties? We got a bus to think about.
And now we're calling for the end of the segment.
Oh.
Well, that's it for this show. Tune in next week for more stoner stuff as usual. And good luck with the t-shirts. We want to see them everywhere eventually. Even if you're not a proud stoner, it's still your right to choose to be a stoner or not. Ciao for now. Keep the doobie fires lit.